You heard Kelly's reporting, Congressman, so are these Americans just out of luck?
It looks like it, Leland, short of some great American veterans and some not-for-profit, NGOs that are over there trying to save them. It doesn't look like the State Department cares. And I understand DOD's position. They have to get orders from the president to execute a military mission, so they're just sitting there waiting for orders. But the State Department is doing nothing. I mean, we send information over to them when we get people in touch with us wanting to come home. And I've had people reach out to me through LinkedIn and say, hey, I served with this unit and I'm hiding here. It's insane, and Blinken does nothing.
We got to be careful here between Americans and people who helped Americans. When you say, I served with this unit, that means they were Afghans who helped Americans. What we're talking about is 150 or 200 actual Americans.
Sure.
During the evacuation process, I'm thinking late August, you and I would talk, and we were told that it was only a couple of dozen Americans, less than 100, that were still stuck in Afghanistan. Jen Psaki one time said, oh, well, they wanted to tend their store so they couldn't decide to leave. Now there's a huge number more. Where's the disconnect, you think?
Well, the disconnect is just the blindness of the State Department. They didn't want to, count people who had been taking a really long time in their process. Let's say you're an American citizen and you're married to an Afghan person, and your family can't get out. You want to come. You want your entire family to leave, but you're not going to leave your wife and children there as an American citizen waiting on your paperwork for your wife and kids. So they didn't count those American citizens. They're the ones that they said, oh, they must not want to come. Well, they do want to come. They just need the State Department to get up off their butts and do the paperwork.
Well, not only do they want to come, you can imagine the danger that not only they, but their wife and kids are in right now.
Absolutely.
This was from the Wall Street Journal just a couple of hours ago. Russian military drills near Afghan border deliver warning to extremists. The Taliban already beat the Russians once. Is there any reason to think that they're going to be scared of them this time around?
Well, the Taliban are empowered right now. They've defeated two superpowers. They think they're on a mission from God to basically take over the entire world and force their radical version of Islam on all the rest of us. So no, they're not intimidated by anyone right now.
It's interesting you mentioned these Americans who are still left behind. When you and I talked during the evacuations, there was this potential for a Iran hostage crisis-like situation, that the Taliban would grab some of these people and hold them ransom in one way or another. Why haven't we seen that yet?
I think the Taliban is negotiating with the State Department to get some good deals. So they're not doing that yet. But that doesn't mean that Al-Qaeda, ISIS-K, those other organizations that are now basically forming inside of this, failed state aren't going to go and do that. So it's not just the Taliban. But the Taliban are trying to get sweet deals, humanitarian aid from the Americans through the State Department. That's what all this negotiation is that's going on. And so, no, they're not capturing Americans yet.
Well, we also don't know what they're saying in the negotiations of what they will do if they don't get what they want. Congressman, we always appreciate your perspective. It's good to see you, sir.
Thanks, Leland.
Thank you. Puppies abused by U.S.